I really don't know how to react with two Alabama losses. I just, like I'm trying to leave. We sitting here. I got the sun shining on me. Trying
Uh-huh.
to get
Uh-huh.
the brightness. I'm trying to get the glow, like Bruce Leroy. Trying to get, I got the fresh Wakanda Forever. Shout out to the movie last night, Magnificent Cup. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, what's going on,
Eh,
man? Like, what, are we
eh,
gonna figure
eh,
this out? We're not gonna figure. What is
welcome,
happening?
welcome, welcome to Ace in the Quiet Storm. We're
I couldn't
glad
even
to
get the
have
intro
you.
in. Like,
That's all right.
I just don't even. I just don't
We're
even
in
know, man.
unfamiliar. Yeah, we're kind of in unfamiliar water here. Um,
Yeah.
First of all, thanks to everyone who's supported and supporting in the future. Thank you. God bless you. We love you. Um, I want to say I got my little monologue ready. um, Nick Saban has been at Alabama since 2007, I believe.
Yes.
2007.
Yep.
Alabama has not lost games in the regular season since 2007. Since he won his first championship in 2009, Alabama has won, including that one, six championships in 13 years. Alabama has played in nine national championship games
Yes.
in a 13-year span.
Yes.
That's 4 years where somebody else had a chance to be Alabama for 1 year.
You get used to it.
You
You
get
get used to being
accustomed as
great.
Alabama fans. We have grown spoiled and accustomed to a certain level of greatness and consistency from the program.
Hmm.
So to see a team that is as that is as talented as this one not perform up to those expectations is almost shocking to Alabama fans. I recently had, I think maybe 3 days ago, I had an online battle with a woman
You're not
who
doing
said
online battles.
who said
You-
that Alabama fans are the worst fans. We're sore losers. All of the stuff that
Hmm.
happens when their team wins and Alabama loses, right? And I had to tell her, and I'm always polite, but I had to tell her that we're just not used
Shut your
to it.
mouth, lady. Yeah.
We're not we're not used to it. Some of you
We don't
have
know
had a
how.
lot of
Yeah.
some of you have had a lot of practice in knowing how to
You just
lose,
figured out how to be a
right?
loser. Right.
We have grown unaccustomed to it since really 2008 because 2008 is when Alabama lost to Tim Tebow in the SEC
Yeah.
title game.
Yeah.
2009 we went back and beat Tebow in the SEC title game.
We did.
So we don't since then we knew what losing was like prior to. We were average and in a lot of ways below average for a lot of years. So Alabama winning has made Alabama fans and a lot of us very ignorant to losing. So
Yeah.
I get
Very.
it when other fans want to take shots at Bama and take shots at Saban. They've been waiting a long time for this. They've been waiting a long time to be able to say the dynasty is over. Well, they said it was over when Clemson
They
beat
did.
Alabama twice, right?
They did. They said
It
the
was
dynasty
supposed to
was
have been
done.
over then. You know what? Bama's won two championships since then.
I'm just trying to.
So
It's weird to
sometimes
navigate.
it's a weird, yeah, it's weird to navigate this program because we're accustomed to when they lose a national championship the year before, they come back laser focused on the next year. They have lost some of that internal discipline that they normally have. And I think that's all. And we'll get into it as the show goes on. But I think that what happens is players embody their coaches,
Right.
right? They tend to be as ferocious as their coaches, especially their position coach. They We can look at their coordinators, but we also have to look at Saban, who hired those coordinators, right? But you can best believe Saban go fire these coordinators after this year. They will not have.
Oh no, they're out of here.
Oh yeah, they won't
They're out
have
of
an
here.
opportunity for this to repeat
There,
itself.
there is
So
true lack of discipline on the
there
defensive
is
side,
absolutely, absolutely.
and there's true weird ability to not scheme somebody like Will Anderson to get more one-on-ones than he's been getting, to get the opportunity to make. And now a lot of this comes down on Will too,
Hmm.
because he hasn't been. A lot of what comes down to what this team is, they spoke a whole lot in the offseason. They talked
They
a
did
whole lot about how to
about
be,
redemption. That's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
they did.
they haven't looked great once. They
No,
haven't looked great
no,
once this year. They
no.
haven't played one game where you're like, "Oh, this is Alabama." They
Hmm.
haven't done it yet.
They haven't.
And
They haven't.
even their wins, like the Mississippi State win at home, last play of the game, they could have lost that game. The Texas win on the road with a backup coming
Could
in,
have
it was
lost that
still
game.
super tight.
Yeah.
We've lost two teams
Hmm.
that we should have smoked, and we haven't. And we've beaten teams like the Tennessee game is just a full defensive meltdown. It's a
Hmm.
hard like you don't they scored 52 points on the Alabama defense. That's not what happens.
Hmm.
You lose this game to LSU, who they're okay. LSU's a good team. Florida State beats them week 1. Tennessee destroys them. They shouldn't be on that same level being that close.
Right.
And you get a lead, you go into overtime, Bryce does his job, you're up 7, first play, and overtime you give up a rushing touchdown to the quarterback, a quick 2 point, and it's over. It's just not there's
Just
no
that fast.
discipline
Yep.
there.
Hmm.
My biggest sadness is we're gonna waste these 2 Bryce Young years.
Yes.
Bryce Young, Heisman last year. He's not going to Heisman this year, but you can't tell me he's not like when he walks on the field and you're down, no part of you feels like he's not going to score. Every time it comes up, he scores. Every time
That's
you
right.
need something from him, it doesn't matter. There's a minute left. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna get our points. Don't worry about that, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like when you have a guy like that, if you put him in a position to win, then you win. Every time he's in control, we do well, and we hand it over to the defense, just like the Tennessee game, and they give it up. They give up 5 touchdowns to the same guy against Tennessee.
That's right.
It's just not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Alabama football. So Alabama football is going to be interesting. A lot of people are saying that this is over. We're no chance to make the playoff. I haven't really cracked it down to look through it all, but probably not with 2 losses, I would say.
No, no. And here's what we have, Ace, that's important for Alabama fans to understand. It's okay to not make the playoffs this year. Let's get accustomed to the fact that, to your point about Bryce Young, let's get accustomed to the fact that for 2 years Bryce Young gave everything he could to that offense. And it's been our defensive meltdowns that have cost us at moments where we needed it most. It
Yep.
hasn't been offense. Yeah, I'm not a big Bill O'Brien fan as far as how he schemes, but offensively, Bryce Young, his ability to improvise is unmatched in many ways. That offense has put the points on the board. That offense has done what it was supposed to do when
They
they
have.
needed to do it. Your defense has failed you in critical moments, and it is from, actually, this is where it's from. It's from pure, as you mentioned earlier, lack of discipline,
Lack of discipline.
lack of technique, lack of preparation mentally, not just physically. Alabama is physically gifted. Every position they have a physically gifted player.
Right.
It's the emotional toughness that I do not see in this team. The Courtney Upshaws of the world, the Jonathan Allens of the world, the
Right.
Reggie Raglins of the world,
Right.
the Collins of the world,
Landon Collins, Minka
Landon Collins of the world.
Fitzpatrick.
This nonsense would not be happening
Yeah,
with those guys
it wouldn't.
on that other side of the ball. Now
It
they did
wouldn't.
have times when you played a game where you gave up a lot, and those things happen over a course of 12, 13 games in a year. But
But this is
to
constant.
but
This is
but
constant.
this is a constant theme, and that's something that needs to be. As an Alabama fan, I'm not accustomed to losing the way we have lost twice in 1 year. And now you're going against the Ole Miss team that can score.
They can score.
You're
They get
going
up and down the
against the
field.
Ole Miss team that is third in the nation in rushing, only behind two service academies, Army and Navy, who only rush the ball, right?
That's all they
So
ever do.
that's all they ever do is rush the ball. So really, if you look at it, out of a power conference team, Ole Miss is the best rushing team in the country, right? That's what you're up against today in Mississippi,
In
in
Mississippi,
another
man.
hostile crowd, with
Oh,
another hostile crowd, where and at a time, when Nick Saban once said earlier this year, he's not used to his teams not going into a stadium and taking it personal.
they don't look like they take it personal at
They
all.
don't. They look like they're almost shell shocked, or they think because they're Alabama and they wear that jersey, it's going to happen for them. It's going to click. It's going to change. These teams are going to put their best foot forward against you because of who you are and who's standing on your sideline.
Right. Ole Miss would love nothing more than to be the last nail
In
and sending us to
Alabama's
the
coffin.
Outback Bowl.
That's right. That's right. That's
They
right.
want to. They
Lane
don't want us to
Kiffin would
be in one
love
of those New
nothing
Year's Six
more.
bowls.
Listen, Lane Kiffin
No.
would want nothing more than to see
Go
Alabama
Fiesta
playing
Bowl.
on December 18th instead of
Yes.
instead of
Except
January 1st.
January. Yes.
He would love nothing
Yes.
more.
They don't
And
want
I
us
think
in one
that
of those
these
bowls.
players don't understand is that you aren't playing just for Alabama. You're playing against everyone else. Here's a little interesting statistic from last year to now. Alabama's last four losses have come against the SEC. They lost to Texas A&M last year, right? A game that they should have won.
Yep.
They lost to Georgia in the national championship game, a game I would have liked to have seen with Mechie playing, with
And Jameson
Jameson
Williams playing.
playing.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see how that game transpired with those two on the field.
It would have been different.
I would like, and they lost two SEC games this year. The SEC is catching up on in some ways. The SEC is catching up to Alabama, but it comes from coaching. Your coaching has to put you in the best position to succeed. And I just don't see where that's happened, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Nowhere. I don't see it anywhere.
Special teams, they're not dominant as they were in past years.
No.
They're not getting those punt returns and a big chunk of punt returns as they did in years past. They're not. They're not blocking kicks. They're not blocking punts. They're not sacking the quarterback. On a regular basis. Every facet of the team is not dominant this year. Even Will
Right.
Reichert is missing kicks when he just 2 years ago he didn't miss a kick for the whole season. Every
All of it,
facet of the
man.
team
All of
is just off this year. And I know next year Bama has a great recruiting class coming. They have the number one ranked recruiting class coming for
they do.
2023. Who's going to coach them? Right? That's the key.
Hmm.
That
Do you
who
think
is going to coach them?
do you think there's any at all possibility that Saban doesn't come back next year?
I think it's a greater possibility now than it was at the beginning of the season. I always felt that I've been saying for many years that if Saban gets to his seventh championship at Alabama, he retires the next year. He
Okay.
retires after that because that will put him one ahead of the Bear at Bama. He's one of the head
Right.
of the Bear in numbers, including the one at LSU, but he's tied with the Bear at Bama. So I
Right.
think if Saban's a competitor as much as anyone else, he would love to get number 7 at Bama. But
Yep.
this season, losing takes a lot out of coaches when they're accustomed to winning. When you're accustomed to winning, losing hurts a lot. So, what is Alabama going to do if Saban says 2023 is going to be my last season,
Wow. Yeah.
right? Or he tells this incoming recruiting class, I will coach you this year. It's his last season.
Right.
Because with transfer portals and everything else, it might be a mass defection if Saban
That
leaves
might
that
be it.
program.
Oh yeah,
If
absolutely.
if you don't get the type of coach to come in that makes them guys feel like, yeah, we gonna stay on
Hmm.
track. So that's the tricky part of a coach resigning as opposed to a coach being fired, um, or having to step down.
Right.
When you're Nick Saban, who is going to come into Alabama? Who out there? And to Alabama, and to be fair, and I know opposing teams don't want to hear it because they're used to being beaten by Bama. But
Right.
when you're Alabama and you can't keep your coaches because other programs are pilfering
A
them,
poaching everywhere.
right?
Look at the Alabama tree. Uh, just look at who was ranked in the top 10 this year. You have Dabo,
Yep.
Alabama tree.
Went to
You got
Bama.
Kirby Smart, best team in the
Alabama.
nation. You
Alabama
got
tree.
Lane Kiffin, number
Came
11,
yeah,
Alabama tree.
yeah,
Like you have all these huge guys. Sarkeesian has done a great job in Texas. Where is he from? Like
yeah.
it's
And,
legit.
yeah. And
It's
fans, I
legit.
want you to understand what Ace is saying, Alabama tree. We're saying that Sarkeesian and Kiffin had no major offers anywhere before Saban hired them
Yep.
at Bama.
Come call plays for
So,
us.
right? Come call and revive your career here. And look what has done and provided for both Sark and Kiffin.
Right.
Kirby won 4 national championships at Bama. He learned the process. He learned how to be a part of a process. And look what he's done at Georgia, right? These coaches, look at what Maryland has done, even though they're not a major power, but their head coach was Alabama's OC,
Right.
right? You look at around the country and you see coaches becoming position coaches or coordinators having after having got their rebirth or their start with Nick Saban. So it's very hard to get a guy to come to your program that's going to be as good as somebody you may have already coached that has left to go somewhere else. I mean, they're talking about trying to bring Jeremy Pruitt back to coach the
Right.
defense,
They are.
right?
I'll take it.
So I'll take it though.
I'll take it, man.
Jeremy Pruitt is probably a lot of coaches are better coordinators or position coaches than head coaches, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that's with that being said, maybe give Jeremy Pruitt a chance to come back. But that's going to have to be the type of moves that's going to keep these recruits
Locked
in
in.
Alabama.
Yeah.
You can't just bring in a guy that these recruits never heard of or they don't have a certain pedigree because
Agreed.
these recruits can go somewhere else. I mean, Texas is playing better, right? LSU is, you know, Kelly's going to
LSU's
get
having a
some,
good year.
Kelly's going to recruit well. He recruited well in Notre Dame and did nothing with it, but LSU's a different breed, right? Um, you look at Tennessee. Heupel is doing a very good
He's doing
job
a
at
good job down
Tennessee.
there.
So the SEC is going to get stronger. Georgia's still going to be Georgia,
And you
right?
got Texas and Oklahoma coming into the
In
SEC
Texas
soon.
in 2024, they'll be in the SEC.
All that
So,
matters.
and it's going to get tougher. So Bama's dominance is well deserved and they earned every bit of it. But moving forward, starting today, who are you, Alabama? You as players have to ask yourself who you are.
How do you want to finish?
And how do you want to finish?
How do
Do
you
you
want to
want to
finish?
play on a New Year's Six game, or do you
Or do
want to
you want to pay in the
play in
Klondike ice cream bar bowl?
in
I don't want
Idaho?
to. I don't want to see Alabama on that ugly ass blue field, man. I
Alabama
don't want to
gonna be
see
in the Idaho Potato Bowl or the
on that
Ida
blue ugly
Mashed Potato
field.
Bowl. Alabama? Oh, I wouldn't be
Nah,
able to live
yeah,
that down, man. I
yeah.
don't. I
I'm not
wouldn't be
trying
able to
to
live it down.
like in Boise. Nah, bro.
Nah, we
Nah,
don't. We
man.
don't do that. So,
Let's see
um,
what these bowl project. You know what? You know what? Let's do it. Let's see what these projected bowls. I need to see
yeah.
how they try to play us right now.
Well, right now they're
Projected
being
bowl game.
nice,
Like I don't.
right?
Uh huh. Let's see.
Because we're gonna find out. Because after today, we probably won't lose the rest of the year.
All right. Right now they got us playing Clemson in the Orange Bowl.
I can't be mad at that.
That sounds fun.
You know what I mean?
That sounds fun. It sounds
You know,
fun.
um,
It sounds fun. It's on December 30th, but that's fine. It's still the Orange Bowl, Clemson, Alabama. That sounds fun. I'll I'll take that.
let's
I'll take
see.
that.
New Year's Six, Orange Bowl. Now, see, Sports Illustrated
CBS
has
has Clemson, Alabama.
CBS has Clemson, Alabama. Sports Illustrated has New Year's Six, Orange Bowl, Clemson, Ole Miss, which means they
Okay.
think Ole Miss is going to beat Bama today,
Oh,
right?
yes they do.
Sugar Bowl, LSU, Texas.
I see LSU, Texas,
Cotton Bowl,
Oregon,
Tulane.
Cincinnati.
Well, Sports Illustrated says Tulane, Tennessee.
Okay. And they
Rose
got
Bowl.
Michigan, USC in the Rose
Yep,
Bowl.
Rose Bowl, which means they think Ohio State is going to beat Michigan. That's what, and USC is going to win the Pac-12.
Wow.
That's what Sports Illustrated has. Now,
Wow.
you notice Alabama was
Where they
not
got
mentioned
Alabama there?
by Sports Illustrated.
Where they got Alabama in
Right?
the Music City Bowl or something stupid?
So I'm looking, and so far, okay,
Please don't put us in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
okay. Let me.
You
This is getting really weird. Um,
scrolling? We
I'm
in the
still
Liberty
scrolling.
Bowl?
Okay, you want to hear this? You ready for this nonsense?
What they got us in the First Responder Bowl? Where they got us, man?
Sports Illustrated has Alabama on January 2nd.
Hold on, don't even say it out loud. Let me see if I can find it. Not the ReliaQuest Bowl.
Nah,
They got us in the
the
Citrus?
Citrus Bowl against Illinois.
Not the Citrus. Ah,
They got Alabama in the
not the
Citrus Bowl. If
against
Alabama loses
Illinois
today, they're gonna stick Bama on January 2nd,
in the
according
Citrus.
according to Sports Illustrated. They're gonna play the
Please
Big
win today,
Ten
Bama.
third place team or whatever,
Oh my
Illinois,
gosh.
in the Citrus Bowl. Now,
Oh, fumble.
mind you, that's the last bowl game of the year before the BCS games.
That's it's still the Citrus Bowl, man.
Still the
And
Citrus Bowl.
and already Ole Miss coming down here running the ball down the field, bro. Like what are we going? What are we doing? What's our plan right now?
What? Who are you, Alabama?
Like you know what? I'm not gonna lie. The color of these Ole Miss jerseys kind of alright though. That's a nice little jersey Ole Miss got on today.
Yeah.
I don't know when they went to the super light blue, but that's a nice little. It's a nice little these Ole Miss Jackson Dart. Like Jackson Dart is running up and down the field on us, man. Oh, okay. Like when Alabama comes on the all whites, you just feel like they want to play football, man. And we gotta figure this out. Where we gotta figure out how Will can be terrifying again.
Will has to just say, I don't care what the play call is. I'm just going to eat whoever got the ball.
Just make a play, man. Like we can't. We're letting them get four or
Lawrence
five
Taylor
yards of
did not
rush.
care what a defensive coordinator said. Lawrence Taylor went out on the
Talk about
field
him.
and just hit whoever was moving.
Talk about him.
Right?
I'm getting to
Sometimes
where I
you
need to go. You can't. You're not gonna. You're not
right.
gonna keep me out the backfield. You're not.
Exactly.
You're not. Look at this, man. We know that they want to run. We know they want to run. You think Dallas Turner leaves for the draft?
He's only a sophomore.
He's a
He comes
sophomore.
back. Yep.
That's true.
He comes back.
That's true.
Yep.
Wait, Bryce is a sophomore too, isn't he?
He's a junior.
Is Bryce a junior?
Yeah.
What? Oh, that's right. Bryce had to.
Remember,
Bryce had to wait.
he was a freshman when they won the national championship
Mac
in
Jones.
2020. Yep.
Bryce had to wait. That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Now, what do you think the chances are of the core coming back, or do they go
Who's the
pro?
core?
Will
Let's go one by
Anderson,
one. Nope.
Will
Bye
Anderson,
bye, Will. Bye, Will.
Bryce Young.
Bryce is going top 3 or 4. Bye, Bryce.
That's about it. That's about it.
Will, I can see potential. Like Will's like
Because I
Will's
listen. I was
like
surprised Najee Harris came back. I was surprised Devonta came
Najee
back,
loves Alabama though.
but he hated it in the beginning. He had to have a conversation with Nick Saban in the
Najee
beginning,
loved Bama.
but at the end, he loved Alabama.
Yeah,
So did Devonta. They wanted to go out as champions.
they
That
did.
freshman class felt like we came in as champions. We won the national championship against Georgia. We want to go out
We want
as
to go
champions.
out as
That was their
champions.
motivation for coming back for their senior year.
We want to go
They,
out as champions.
they want to go out as champions.
I don't see Bryce and Will doing that.
I don't either. Honestly,
Because Bryce is going to make. Bryce is going to go number 3 or 4 in this draft coming out,
and Will
and it's
Anderson
just
and Will
that's way
Anderson is
too much money.
probably a top 10 pick,
That's
regardless of
way
his
too
year
much
this
money.
year. Yep. Yep. And Will Anderson is likely a top 10 pick.
Likely, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Because
Now
as a pro,
his
I think
draft
he's
stock
going to be
fell
very
probably a
impressive.
little bit from top 5, but I think
There you
he's
go.
easily
That's how you stand up. They went for it on 4th down, and you man up and you stand up. You get the
you,
ball. Let's
and
go.
that's what happens, and
What
that's
do you
what you
want to
got to
be?
do. There
What do you
you
want to
go.
be, Alabama?
Now you get the ball, you go downfield, and you put some points on the board. Hopefully,
What do you want to be,
but that's
Alabama?
what you do. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? You stop Kiffin in his tracks with this going for it on 4th down
Right.
nonsense.
Now we've been critical. I will say this: Bryce is amazing. Jameer Gibbs has been a delight to watch this year. Jameer Gibbs is
He made
really.
one mistake this whole season. In the Tennessee game,
You
if
know
he
what?
doesn't drop that pass,
You probably need to
Bama wins
catch
that
that.
game.
Bryce needs to make a little bit of a better
A
throw.
little
He
bit
needs
better
to
of a
have the
throw. Right,
but you need to if you do that, we're talking completely differently from here. Because
right.
right now you're sitting at one loss, you figure it
One
out,
loss.
whatever. Maybe you're sitting at one loss. Maybe they put
Maybe.
some things together and they build on momentum and they don't use the LSU. You know,
Right.
these things have these things have a momentum about them.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the one thing. If you
Yeah.
make that play, we're not talking about anything else.
Yeah.
Because
Jameer
right
Gibbs
there,
has been everything
Jameer
you
Gibbs
could
is
have
really
hoped
good.
for, which is, um, you know, after Bijan Robinson leaving, I did not know Bijan Robinson was that good.
Ooh, that kid is good.
I did
That kid
not
can play.
know, and I pride myself on knowing Bama players.
He can play.
I didn't know he was that good.
Jameer, I mean, Bijan can
I
play, man.
mean, Bijan
Bijan
is
can play, man.
crazy with it. Like he's good, good. Like that boy is good.
Bijan can play, man.
And Sarkeesian is using him a lot like how he used Najee Harris. He
Right.
catches the ball great out of the backfield. He's great in pass protection.
Hmm.
I mean, I had no idea that boy was that good.
Very good speed, like power. He's smart,
200 some odd, 240
and he's humble.
pounds,
He's a humble
20
kid.
pounds rather. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
like
had no
Bijan.
idea.
I like Bijan a whole lot.
Yeah. And Gibbs has done his thing. And hopefully Gibbs will have a big game today and we'll
Just
ride
smoke
him
Ole
into
Miss. Just
ride him
beat
into a
Just beat Ole Miss down.
right.
Now I haven't looked at it. There's pretty much zero path for Alabama to make this playoff, right? Unless a bunch of crazy stuff happens. I would say. I think you need Tennessee to lose again. You need
But
you need TCU to lose because TCU's got a whole lot of margin. Like TCU doesn't have any margin for error.
no.
So so TCU loses, they're going to be out of here. But
Well,
Michigan, Ohio State, they're probably not going to lose till they
they're gonna
play each other.
cancel each other out. That's right.
So yeah, yeah, it's not looking great.
No, I
But
mean
get
the
yourself
odds
to a
of
legit bowl, man.
right. The odds of a top getting into the top four are slim to none from
Hmm.
10 to jump from 10 to 4. Right?
9, I think
You
they are, right?
right, yeah, Bama's
9.
9. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
Ole Miss was 9 and Bama 10.
No,
Whatever.
Ole Miss
Okay.
is 11 and
Okay,
Bama's 9.
Bama's 9. Um it's going to be hard. It's going to be very
It
hard.
is. It's going to be tough.
Tennessee won today handily.
Yeah, man.
LSU got by
LSU got
Arkansas.
by.
They got by Arkansas.
That would have helped because
That
that
might have
puts
been
us
their
into
last hard
to
test of
the
the
SC
year.
title game.
Yeah. So it looks like LSU is going to come out on top in the division. If Ole Miss hangs, Ole Miss may have something to say about that, but right now
We're
I'm
gonna
looking at
watch,
LSU.
man. If we get, Lord Jesus, we get LSU Georgia. I'm not even watching LSU Georgia in the title game, in
I'm
the
not
SEC
either.
title game.
I'll find something else to do.
I'm not even gonna watch it, man.
No.
Not even gonna watch it. We're gonna sit here like right now. Bryce is moving the ball. That's it. Just move the ball down the field and score.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. Just move the ball down the field, Bryce. We block horribly. Remember when we used to have wide receivers that blocked well on the outside?
I remember.
That used to be
Yes.
fun. That used to be fun.
I have I can't see my TV from here, but I'm following here. It's Alabama 1st and 10 at the Mississippi 12. Yeah, that's what you got to do. If you're
Just get up and down
Alabama,
the field.
that's what you have to do.
Just get up and down the field. That's all it is. Get up and down the field.
So let me ask you this. Let's talk about. We'll get back to Bama. If Bama win, well, let's start here. If Bama wins today,
Okay.
they don't have a game on their schedule. They should lose. They don't have a game on their schedule. They shouldn't win by 20. Right? They have Auburn. They have a couple of no names, and then they have. Let me see the schedule here for Bama. After today, they have Austin P and Alabama. Both games at home. Austin P and Auburn.
And Auburn.
Right? And Auburn. So if they win today, Bama has a chance to go to 10-2 regular season.
That
That gives you a New Year's Six bowl,
100%.
right?
100%.
Nationally, people are going to want to see Alabama in the New Year's Six bowl,
Of course.
right? If they lose today, they don't go to a New Year's Six bowl with
No,
3 losses,
they don't.
right? Now, from a recruiting standpoint, Alabama, just so we can talk Bama recruiting for a moment. Bama just signed the number 2 ranked quarterback in his class, right? They also have
No matter what, Bama
the
gonna
number
retool, man.
one ranked
Bama gonna retool. Like we're not. We gonna regroup.
So whether you like Alabama or not, you're about to get a very, very good team. Justice Haynes is coming to Alabama, right? Now, Justice Haynes um, is interesting because he has legacy with Georgia. But chose out, yeah, Justice Haynes has a legacy. Uh, I'm just trying to find out who in his family. Oh, okay. Uh,
The last name sounds familiar. Curtis Haynes. Is that something about that? Isn't that
Varen Haynes. Um, he spent 7 years in the NFL.
okay?
Um,
Apparently, 7 years in the league is 7 years in the league, man.
yeah, especially as a running back.
Oh wow, yeah.
Um, Justice Haynes is the best running back in the state of Georgia in the class of 2023, and he committed to Alabama. Um, and he enjoyed. These are his words. The overall visit went well. My talks with
Right.
both coaches were great and genuine. However, I felt like the biggest challenge for me would be to be coached by the GOAT. Um, it's it's interesting that um, in spite of Alabama's difficulties this year, they recruit magnificently well every single year. Um, you know, it's just interesting to watch this team and watch how Saban goes out there and
He just
starts.
he always brings
He's doing
in.
electric slides and he's
I
doing
know.
Cuban shuffles.
I know.
But you know, with players and then he yells at them the first day of training
And then
camp.
he had right, right.
But but he does what he can. But he doesn't. Here's what I like about Coach Saban's recruiting pitch. He doesn't promise them anything except they are going to be coached to the very best of his ability.
100%.
He doesn't guarantee that they're going to win a championship. He guarantees they're going to be in the conversation.
That's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can
You
do.
can't, he doesn't make promises of empty promises or with you, we're going to win a national championship, right? Jalen Hurts said after they won their last game, how does it feel to be 8-0? Reporter asked him, how does it feel to have this team at 8-0? Did you see that coming into the season? Jalen Hurts, which is why still love Jalen Hurts,
I do too. I
said,
really do.
I've been 8-0 before and lost and still lost the national championship. That kind of comment right there, that's a Bama boy right there.
That's
I've
it.
been 8-0 before
I've been
and
8-0.
still lost the national
I've
championship.
been 8-0.
You're not telling I've been here. I know what it's like
Now,
to be 8-0.
now I want bad things for Philly. I don't want Philly to be great
I
because
don't want
these
them to be
Giants,
great,
man, these
right?
Giants are,
Yeah,
NFC East life. But
I
I
want
appreciate Jalen.
I want Jalen to have great numbers. I want Devontae to have great numbers. I want
And I just
Landon
want them to lose
Dickerson
against
on the
us.
offensive line to play well. Those
Just
are
lose to
Bama
us.
boys. But you got to lose when you play us next time. You got that off last time,
Just lose to
but you got to
us,
lose
man.
when you play Dallas. So, but I want the Bama players to shine because when you shine,
Just lose to the Giants, man.
guess
That's
what
it.
happens for Alabama recruiting, right? I want to talk also about the Heisman Trophy. If
Okay.
Bryce Young comes back, which you say he's likely gone,
No,
top
he's out of
three
here.
or four pick. If he comes back, he wins the Heisman next year. I think he does.
Yeah,
I think that his receivers will play better than they are this year. They have receivers coming in who are outstanding receivers. I think his receiving core and the receiving room will get better after this year.
I can absolutely see it. I
But
see
my,
zero
my,
chance he comes back.
I see
Zero.
too. Now, who wins the quarterback battle next year?
That's a good question. Milrow, he came so Milrow came in and he's looked okay. I haven't hated how Milrow has looked. I
Hmm.
think there's a chance that Milrow is starting for us next year. I absolutely think so. I absolutely think Milrow's probably going to be that guy for us. Because who's going to come in and beat him out as a freshman?
No one. But here's the thing that you have with Bama as a quarterback. Ty Simpson is really good, man. Ty Simpson is likely
You choose him over Milrow, you think, right now, if you were to pick?
he's a better thrower.
Okay, that matters.
Ty Simpson is a better thrower. Now Ty Simpson is going to take because Milrow. Remember now, Milrow is likely going to be gone after next year, right? He's a sophomore. So
Right.
Ty Simpson is a better thrower of the ball,
That's fair.
um, and that in that conference that really means a lot, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, so I think that if long as Ty Simpson doesn't end up in the transfer portal and he's patient, he's going to be great.
I think so too. I think that's
You
fair.
know, he's good. He's going to be great. He's going to be the Mac Jones type player.
Okay.
So I think, um, but that depends on Milrow. They're gonna have a quarterback competition, and they're gonna see what happens. I think Milrow did a very admirable job when Bryce was hurt. I think that he did a very good job. He didn't do anything to lose games for Bama, right? But I
Who do
think
you
going into next
right?
year, Ty Simpson is going to make it very difficult for Milrow next year.
Okay. Who do you think is the offensive coordinator next year in Alabama? Because we know who it's not going to be.
Yeah.
We know we we know who it isn't. I can tell you
Listen,
that.
if you're
We
at
know who it's not.
Alabama and you're Nick Saban and you want an offense that you want to shake up your offensive room, you might want to go for a name. I'm gonna throw some names out there that's gonna make you
Uh
laugh.
oh.
Guys who could probably because the Alabama Reformation Project is real.
Oh, yeah,
We
it's
will
coming.
we will bring you in
It's
here.
coming.
It's gonna be real, right?
Alabama Reformation is coming.
Gene Chiswick, known for offensive schemes, had great offensive numbers. He just had no defense.
Dynamic offense, though.
Nah, but all you need is gimmicks, right? Alabama loses because team out gimmicked them a lot, right?
Gene Chiswick, though.
Gene Chiswick probably won't get the job, but
All
as a
right.
coordinator, he might be because he's not going to be in charge of nothing but offense.
All right. Who else you
Right?
got? I don't know about the Gene Chiswick
I don't
move,
know
man.
either, but can you pry away? See, you're not going to get a head coach, right?
No,
To
like,
leave
yo,
to be a
I'm like, please
coordinator
bring Sark back.
at
You know what I'm saying?
right,
That's
right.
not
You're
gonna
not going.
happen.
Listen,
Sark, what Sark? What you want, Sark?
listen.
Sark,
You're not
we
gonna
missed
get
you, man.
Sark to come back there unless you're gonna offer Sark the job when Saban leaves. That's the only way,
That's the only way,
right?
and that's not gonna happen.
Exactly. You're not. So who's
Sark, I
out
miss you, man.
there? Who's out there? That's an offensive coordinator
Offensive
that
coordinator,
needs a chance. That needs a chance.
an offensive coordinator who just needs a little bit of help, who just needs a chance to get his foot back in the door.
Right.
Um,
I tell you what. I would hire.
where's
Okay. No, I got a couple of
not
names.
Brian Kelly? Where's Chip
Listen to this.
Kelly these days, man? Chip out there in Oregon or something still?
I think Chip went back out
Hold on, let
west.
me
I
see
think
where
Chip
Chip
isn't Chip
Kelly's
at
at.
UCLA now.
Yeah, Chip Kelly is
I
at
think Chip
UCLA,
Kelly's at
isn't he?
UCLA. But you know who I would consider? Philip Montgomery at Baylor. Baylor has had a great offense for the past 3 years.
Right, but is he gonna leave being a head coach?
He's not a head coach.
Oh, is it? No, he's not.
He's an
That's
OC.
right.
He's an OC at Baylor,
We can offer him more.
right? If you offer him the right money, does that? I mean, what do you think?
He has been a
Right?
good offensive coach.
Yes, he's been a very good offensive coach, right? Do you look at um Ole Miss's OC, Jeff
No,
Lebby?
nah,
No,
no, because Lane doing all that over there,
Tony
man.
Elliott at Clemson,
I mean, maybe, but
maybe.
their offense is terrible. Their offense is gross out there at Clemson right now. They got DJ Ugalele looking
They don't have the
horrible out
talent
there.
Alabama would have. Talent plays a part,
Yes, man.
right? Talent does play a bit of a part,
I guess it does. I
you know,
just
as far as and usually you want your offensive coordinator to be a guy. Saban likes a guy with experience, right?
what Sark want, man? Sark, what you want to come back, bro?
So
I'll chip in.
would Saban go get a guy out of the NFL,
Mm,
right? Would he go
just
get somebody out of the NFL to come there? I'm gonna throw a name out there that was once linked to Nick Saban, even though that shit will never happen.
ooh, in the NFL right now,
Yep, he's in the NFL right now.
linked to Nick Saban, not Kellen Moore, because
Kellen
Kellen's my
Moore.
Kellen.
Kellen Moore was linked to be the offensive coordinator because he's very innovative. And in the college game, Kellen Moore could probably dominate
He
in
probably
the
could.
college game.
He probably could.
Now,
But
I don't know about the NFL too much, but in the college game, Kellen Moore is probably as could be as good of a offensive coordinator as you could ask for college.
well,
I some coaches you see in the NFL coaching, calling offenses, right? You can't say a lot of these coaches call their own plays. Like Andy Reid calls his own plays,
he does.
right? Um, Sean McVay, his own plays.
Now
Right?
you're a Dallas guy.
hmm
Is there a way? So there's talk about now Dallas is playing well now. Obviously McCarthy. I don't know if he's going to be the guy, but do you think Kellen Moore is expecting to be the next Dallas head coach, or is that still Sean Payton? And Kellen Moore is like, all right, I'm out of here. Because if he's
Sean,
out of here, then I'll start thinking about Kellen Moore to Alabama, and then I'll start getting a little excited.
yeah, I think that Kellen Moore will not be Dallas's head coach.
Okay,
I don't see that happening. I think Sean Payton, if they're going to make any changes, depending on what Dallas does this year, if Dallas flops at the end of the year or loses in the first round of the playoffs again, then Mike McCarthy out of there.
okay.
The biggest fear Dallas fans has is Dallas goes to the NFC title game and Mike McCarthy gets to stay another year. Right? Now you got to be like, oh, here we go.
Oh
That means Sean
Lord,
Payton's going somewhere else if he wants to coach.
it
Now
does.
remember, whoever hires Sean Payton has to pay New Orleans. Right? So that's an exorbitant amount of money. So I can't believe Alabama didn't score that close. I mean, you see, this is the frustrating part about this team.
And now again, we can't win one on ones on defense. Like
We
this
can't.
is just all stupid, man.
This is bad.
This is gross. This is gross. I don't really know what goes on with this. like a lot of it really just comes down to discipline, man. That's all it ever is. We can't move the ball. We can't move the ball well enough. Like our run game is not that dominant Alabama run game that it used to be. And then teams are comfortable just dropping back and throwing the ball up one on ones because chances are they're gonna win them. Now we can't stop the run. Now we lose to Ole Miss, right? Let's say we lose to Ole Miss. Like, does it? I feel like, yeah, you beat Austin P. Don't worry about that. But you gear up for this Auburn game. No, look, like it comes down to beating Ole Miss. If we beat Ole Miss, we'll make one of the bowls that are going to bring Alabama the most money, and people are going to be happy. It's
Hmm.
going to be that. That's what you do. This game, if this is a big money game here, and that matters in Alabama.
It does. Um,
The money matters in Alabama. If you're playing in one of those big bowls, you're getting $10 million for your school or something like that. That makes perfect sense. Playing in the Citrus Bowl is not getting you big Alabama money.
you know, no, it's not. It's not. And then you also have to consider: do the Alabama players have the pride to play in the game, or do they opt out to get
Would
ready for the
they? That's how we wound up using to Utah 1 year or something stupid, right?
guys didn't want? Well, they played, but they didn't play with any
We didn't
enthusiasm,
want to play.
right? So now with players opting out, all right, Bama's third and goal, and you know they go for it on fourth down if they don't get it now.
Just play, man. Just get out there and do something with your life.
Unreal.
Okay. Here we go, man.
Here we go.
Here we go. Ole Miss.
You have first and goal, first and 10 from the 12, get nothing. Then you let Ole Miss go 10 plays, 11 plays, whatever, 68 yards, touchdown.
They're not even
And you're
like
losing to a guy named Jackson
Dart.
Dart.
Dart, bro. Jackie Dart. I don't know. This is weird, man. This is weird. This is
This is a
unsettling.
weird year.
This is
This is
odd.
this is unsettling. You're right.
Jackson Dart, man. Not Jackson Dart, yo.
This,
Like
this
anybody but Jackson Dart, yo.
yeah, this is definitely some uncharted water stuff. So again, Dallas is gonna have to hire a new defensive coordinator, and they're gonna have to hire a new offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah.
And those and more than the recruits, those are the two most important decisions Nick Saban has to make.
These coordinators are out of here.
I also would take a look at the wide receivers coach, and I would definitely take a look at my special teams coach and see what happened
I
between
wouldn't be
last year and
surprised if
this
there's
year.
a whole new. It's just Saban, and then a bunch of people we've never seen before. Like at this point, Nick is looking around like, oh man.
Oh nah, I don't know what's going
Okay.
on around here.
You remember remember Nino Brown at the round table when he walks around when they not handling
You
business?
have proven you ain't fit to run this shit. You have shown you are incapable of running this shit.
You know
Man,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
he gonna have a dog around.
He go,
He gonna walk around the table. Them coaches gonna be like, "But sit your $5
sit your fat
ass down."
ass down before I make change.
Listen, it's gonna be ugly. The carnage of that coaching staff is gonna get
Yeah,
ugly after this year.
yeah, yeah,
People are
yeah.
losing. People are gonna lose their jobs, man. And Saban's always the type of guy. He doesn't want to stop no one from another opportunity. But you know
O'Brien
why
knows though.
Clemson was consistent those years? Venables, who's now coaching at Oklahoma,
Yeah.
they paid their assistants enough money to keep them there.
You know what? Oklahoma getting smoked out here. Maybe we can get Venables. Oklahoma
Yeah.
getting cooked out there.
Yeah, they, they probably say, "Look, let's just give it a little bit more
Oklahoma,
time,
Oklahoma
man.
getting cooked out there,
Let's give
man.
Venables another couple
Let
of years. Not
come on
not
down to
not
get his
year
job
one.
back. Know
You
what I'm
know, not
saying?
year one.
You know, Stoops come down from the rafters like Sting in WCW,
Listen,
and
if
he comes out, he gets his thing. Bring Venables all
Stoops,
over, man. I'll take Venables
oh, Venables could
as a
coach
coordinator.
as a
As a
coordinator.
coordinator,
Oh
come
yeah,
on, Venables.
with the talent he's gonna have. Oh yeah, I would take that. I would
I'll
take
take
that.
that.
Yeah.
Let's let Oklahoma keep losing a little bit. They don't like to lose. They don't like to lose. They don't like to lose down there. We can get
Oh
a
no,
little bit
not
of
at
Venable.
all.
We
Not
can
at
get a little
all.
Venable. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now
You
see,
know.
I could take now. Listen, I'm just being silly throwing names out here, but I'd take a Kellen Moore OC and a Venables DC.
You see what I'm saying?
I can take that. I
Let's
can live with
go, man. We can be okay. We can figure it out from that point.
that. Yeah, we can figure some stuff
At
out.
that point, we'll
You know?
figure some things out.
Right. Because we go score points, right? And we go stop somebody on defense.
That's it. That's all you got to do. Score and get stops. If we got 2 stops in that Tennessee game, we're fine. If we get 1 stop in that LSU game, we're
LSU
fine.
game, fine. And that's what it came down to.
We can't get stops.
You lost two
Can't get,
games on the last play of the game.
can't get stops.
Not,
Tennessee scored 52 points, man. That's the one that's gonna get me forever.
and that's
52.
why I be drinking during our shows,
You
messing
said
with
that.
Bama.
Wakanda forever.
Everyone, I want y'all to know that.
Look at me dropping passes, man. This is
Listen, Ja'Cory Brookston dropped one, but maybe he'll drop about 3 today.
Prince. Prince is dropping passes,
Just
and
dropping
Bryce just be
passes.
standing over
And
there like,
Bryce is
"Oh
like, you
man,
know what?
listen, man, just keep me
And,
upright.
and I'm pretty
I'm gonna go
sure
get paid here soon."
he thinks every day, if I only had Mechie and Jameson, man.
Or just one of them. If I had one of those guys,
Slade Bolden should have kept his ass in school.
Slade.
Because
Slade is
he's not
doing
even
nothing
on
with
the
his life.
roster right now. So
Slade is
you
doing
left
nothing with
Bama
his life.
early, and you're not even on the
Oh,
roster right
Slade,
now.
man. All Slade had to do was stay.
Right?
We
It brought
can't.
some
Oh,
stability. It brought some stability to the wide receiver room.
this offensive line is terrible. Like everything is just going.
Yeah, they trashy this year. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say that, but that's the first time I've ever in my life
We got
said my
7
team is
fraudulent
trashy
wins,
during the
man.
Saban years. Ole Miss is 154 yards, total yards. Alabama, 22.
22.
8 first downs to 1. But you know what Bama's going to do? In the second half, they, they're going to score 21, 28 points in the second half and lose in the final second. That has been their mantra during those 2 games they lost. They look horrible before the half. They come out in the half, dominate. Then in the fourth quarter, it falls apart for them.
I don't like it, man.
They start off
Um,
way too slow with this offensive coordinator. The difference between Sarkisian and Loxley, who's now at Maryland, the difference between those guys is that I think Dan Mullen was once
Dan Mullen.
was an OC at Bama. Was he an OC or a defense coordinator? I forgot. But Dan Mullen was at Bama.
I,
But Dan Mullen was at Bama. 'Cause Dan Mullen was at Bama. Was he an OC or a defense coordinator? I forgot. But Dan Mullen was at Bama. Was he an OC or a defense coordinator? I forgot. But Dan Mullen was at Bama. The difference between Bama teams then and now, Bama jumped out from the gate 7-0. They jumped out the gate 14-0, 21-0.
What was this? Why did he hike the ball? Oh, we got the worst. Like, Woody, it's 4th and 1. The clock is the time clock is going down to end the quarter, and he snaps the ball before the quarter's end. Nobody's moving. Guys are in motion, and the center just snaps the ball to Bryce, and Bryce is like, Nick is on the sideline, like, oh, I don't know who none of y'all are. Nick on the sideline, Nick on the sideline with the two hands on it.
Nick is on the sidelines
I can't wait till
fuming.
all y'all leave. I can't.
Now it's 1st and 10 on the Bama 36.
Nah, no, they're about to punt.
Oh, Bama about to punt.
Bama about to punt.
Okay,
Bama's
yeah,
about to,
yeah, yeah.
Bama about to punt, man. On because the center snapped the ball while everybody else was in motion. They called illegal motion. We didn't get the first anyway. They declined it, so now we about to punt. Nick Saban is like, yo, listen, Bryce, I'm sorry, man. You know,
All right. I'm
sorry,
sorry.
bro.
You deserve better. And you talk about one of the nicest guys in sports in Bryce Young.
I love Bryce Young,
And,
man.
and and he carries himself the right way. And this is what you're gonna give me. I'm pretty sure when he gets to the NFL, they're gonna be looking at him and say, "Yo, man, we sorry, man. We should have stayed there for you, but I'm making some money.
I'm
I'm
trying.
sorry."
I'm trying to figure out a way for the
Oh
Giants
my
to make the
god!
playoffs and then mortgage their future to go up and get Bryce. Like just, you know what I'm saying? Make the playoffs. Who care about these picks, man? I got
Listen,
about I got about
listen.
5, 6 of these firsts. You can take
Trade.
my
I
you can
trade
take
Dak
my
Prescott
24,
for a
25,
seventh
26,
rounder.
27, 28 first rounds. Let me just move up and get Bryce, man. I wanted Justin Fields 2 years, 3 years ago. Nobody took Fields. I was screaming from the mountaintops, Giants, take Fields. Take Fields,
Right,
Giants. And now
right,
Justin
right.
Fields out here looking like prime Randall Cunningham these last
Yeah, last couple of
4 weeks.
games. Yeah,
That's just like, come on, bro.
yeah.
I see the
Listen,
vision. Just who care about them picks, man? Mortgage that future.
listen.
Give up them firsts and go get
Give up
Bryce.
Zeke and Dak right now. Give up Zeke and Dak. I'll draft a running back somewhere. I'll find one.
Now you got one. You got Pollard.
You got Pollard and get another one. As keep a two-headed monster. Zeke, you got to go Zeke and Dak. Send them somewhere
Zeke Dak.
and get that pick. Yo, Bryce, you coming to Dallas, man?
That's it, man.
Because we done had enough of this bullshit. We done
I'm
had
tired.
enough.
I'm tired of dealing with this,
Yeah.
man. Bryce, you deserve better. But I got
He
better for
does.
you,
He does.
bro.
He's one of the good guys, and he deserves better than what he's getting right now. And it's sad to see, honestly.
Cause I love Bryce, man. He's just a good kid. I don't know if we're gonna make this whole game. If this is how it's gonna look like, man. If this is how it's gonna be, I don't know if I got another hour and a half in me sitting here looking at this pain, bro. I don't know if I got it. You know what, man? We got people here. Um, Best Thanksgiving side. Let's do it. What's the best Thanksgiving side dish? Like which one? If you only had the Uno side, what are we going with?
The ultimate side dish for me is stuffing.
Okay, okay,
I am a stuffing guy.
okay. I make a mean stuffing too.
Um, I'm talking about with sage sausage and
Sage
giblets
sausage. You gotta
and
cut up. You gotta cook down the giblets and all that. Cut
gotta
those
cook
up.
down, cut
Cook those
those
down.
up.
Saute a little onion
A
in it.
little
Pour that
chicken
in there.
broth,
Put the
to,
broth
to
in
mix it
there.
all with.
Make your own cornbread. Cook that
Make your own
down.
corn. I don't. I do not like stove top stuffing mix in my
Sprinkle the sage in there. Get enough sage.
exactly,
Yeah. Chop up your
exactly.
sauces with your innards.
That's that
That's
to
the one.
me is the best side dish ever. A good old fashioned
A good.
Southern soul food dressing because and some good gravy. Don't screw it up with some
Don't come on
horrible
now.
gravy.
Don't just crack a jar and warm it
No,
up.
no. Make some good gravy for some
You know
chicken
what I mean?
stock or some
You made
whatever,
you made all this
or it's the
turkey.
turkey with the stock.
Take some of them turkey
Take some,
drippings.
make some nice giblet
Make
gravy.
you a little gravy on there, man.
Pour that on
Oh
that
man.
dressing, man. Now you're talking, man. Now you're talking. To me,
I think that's the one for
you
me
can't
too.
have a Thanksgiving dinner without the following on that plate at the first round of Thanksgiving. There's multiple rounds, but that first round got to have that turkey, that nice white meat with that gravy over it, that stuffing, that mac and cheese, that rice with some gravy over that, and you got to have some good collard greens or cabbage. To me, that's my go-to plate. Boom, take that and like it. Now after that is whatever's on the table. I can deal with it. Corn, mashed potatoes, whatever. I can deal with that. But that
Right.
first initial, yeah, that's Thanksgiving. That's what I grew up on.
Right.
Yep.
Now last year, you walked in, you had the turkey, and then you had the
Uh-huh.
ham next to the turkey,
Oh,
and
gotta have
then you look
ham.
over, you was like, "What's that? Is that roast beef?" And I had the roast
And
beef
you had
next
the
to
roast beef. You had the roast beef.
it.
You had the roast beef.
Had the roast
This
beef.
year I'm bringing sweet potato pies, everybody. The last year I experimented with my pies and my
I broke you
and
down.
Ace
Broke you
and
down.
Ace would not let
The
Thanksgiving
palate,
end
man. The
without
palate.
me telling him what was in my sweet potato
It
pie.
wasn't even Thanksgiving. You told us it was.
No, it was Thanksgiving I came to
No,
your house with those
right.
pies, man.
It did, but you told me like 3 weeks ago. It took until about 3 weeks ago for, for us to be like, it was citrus in that pie, man. Like it was citrus, and you kept saying, "Nah." I was like, "Nah, there's citrus in this pie, bro. The palate knows." I was sitting there, nah, the citrus. It's a little citrus in this pie, cuz.
Yeah,
He's
it
like, "Yeah,
was. It
I know."
was. It was some citrus. In it. It was little orange zest, little orange citrus in there
Woo,
because I just wanted to be a little different and
it's
see
gonna
if
be a
how
little
it would
different.
taste.
It was
And when I
good. It was a good
tasted it
pie.
before I put it in the crust to cook them, I'm like I don't know if they're gonna like it like that because I never did that had it like that. But I said, but you know what is different? I'm gonna take two out there and hopefully they like it. They liked it.
It's a good
Now I
pie.
may not do that this year,
It's a good pie.
but it definitely was some good pie. Then everyone, I just might as well tell y'all now because my ribs are next level.
Oh my god!
So
Don't listen.
and
Don't
and
say ribs and not show it.
I wasn't
No.
feeling good last year when I
Right.
made them,
What?
you know, and I suffered through it. The price of ribs is so high this year, we're not getting no ribs, man.
Listen, I got whatever you got, whatever you need on the ribs. If I gotta supply, if I gotta supply the protein, I got you, bro. You ain't say nothing but a word. Hold on, where my phone at? You ain't say nothing but a word. You about to get an alert right now, cause you ain't said nothing. You giggling live on in direct. You ain't said
Oh my
nothing but a
god!
word
Oh my god!
right now.
Oh my god!
What
This
are
is
we
getting
looking
crazy.
for? What am I walking into? Hold up, you ain't say nothing but a word to me. If that's all it takes, how much are ribs these days?
A lot. I
No,
don't
don't
know.
worry about it.
I don't know. I
I'll
haven't
type a
priced them
lot.
in a while.
I'll
I
type a lot right now.
I haven't priced them. I
Give me a
haven't priced
ballpark.
them
Give
lately.
me
I
what's a figure?
I don't even. I would have to
Ah,
go on.
all you need is one rack. I ain't sharing. You can get a rack, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what this. Listen. All right. If you send me what I need, I'll make them.
Whoop. You ain't said, yo, nothing but a word. Nothing but a
I'll make
word.
them. I'll make them ribs, man.
What
I'll
is
make them ribs.
you ain't
I,
said
so last year, everybody,
nothing but a word.
I made three slabs of ribs. I made one for here because I'm in New Jersey. and I took two. I decided to take two slabs to Long Island where my son is. So I didn't tell. He knew what was in the case. I had the pies in there, and I had ribs in there. Right. He
When I
took
say I
the
took the
pies
pies
out.
out, it
He
said
took the
nothing about
pies
these.
out and looked at the bottom and
It said
said
nothing.
nothing else. It said nothing. He took the container, the warmer, and put it to the side. Right. So we're all sitting there having a wonderful meal. We watching football. His wife's family come over. We having some nice drinks. It was a beautiful day. It was a rainy day last Thanksgiving, so we were all inside. But it was just beautiful to have my kids together, have my son and my two daughters together, my wife, his family, and his wife's family. It was just a wonderful time. So let's fast forward. We eat dinner. We have some dessert. The house clears out. House clears out. My son, at this point, goes over to the warmer, pulls out one slab of
I
ribs,
know
and
what
opens
time it
them.
is.
He smells them first and allows the aroma to waft into his nose. He cuts one rib first, right? He doesn't ask anybody that anybody wanted it yet. He wants to be that first taste. So my son bites into the rib and his whole aura changes into this life is really good. Life is good. But that's not the story. That's not the key to the story. His wife sees him with the rib, right?
I
And
read.
asks her husband, "Ooh,
What you got?
let me
Huh?
have let me have one." He takes the rib he has bit off and has it and goes to hand it to her. She looks up at him with pure disgust.
I
Can
thought
I
I was
have
doing a nice.
my
I thought I
own?
was doing a beautiful thing. I
She
thought I
said,
was
"Can
like,
I
oh,
have
here,
my
man,
own?"
sharing my
And
rib with
I
you.
laughed at that so hard because this poor woman, all she
Oh
wanted was her
Lord.
one, just a rib. Oh, my son. Oh, you gotta be. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You ain't said nothing but
This
a
boy.
word. You ain't said nothing. You ain't said nothing but a word, bro.
This boy. This, this boy right here.
You ain't said
Oh my
nothing but
God.
a word, man. That's all. That's all I gotta do, man. Shit, I pay more for less. I
My
pay.
son. One. All right. You will have ribs
That's all
for
I said.
Christmas. Um,
You said Christmas?
that for Christmas.
Oh,
No,
hold on. Oh,
no, for
I,
Thanksgiving.
all right.
Thanksgiving.
I'm trying to sneak that little word in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
'cause
you will get now. That's enough for one slab.
that's all.
Now,
That's all we need.
that's all we need.
That's all we
That's
need.
all we need.
Ain't nobody else get none of
Because
these
ain't nobody else
ribs.
getting any. I might
No.
bring. You know what? I might make two, so the rest of us can have some. Because once they see that slab, they're like, okay,
Who's they? They leaving.
Tiffany,
Oh,
Tiffany,
Tiffany don't
me,
eat pork.
Leslie. Oh, okay, so me,
Right.
Leslie,
Right.
you, and Christiana. Masani
Right.
don't really eat a lot of pork
That's true.
right now, so really only four of us.
And I find my little brother out.
Okay,
He'll be
there you
there.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, my little brother will be
They
there.
get to taste what a McPherson man's
He can get a
ribs
rib.
taste like.
He can get a rib.
So let
He can
me
get our rib. He can get the Chris Rock special. And he'll be all good.
so let
How
me
much is
go
one
ahead.
rib?
Oh, this is let me accept.
You ain't said nothing but a word, bro. 10-0. Like this is like we talking about Thanksgiving because Alabama out here getting cooked. Like go get some points, Bryce. Come on, Bryce. It's up to you, man. It's all up to you, Bryce. Bryce, it's all up to you, bro.
Thank you.
There you go, Bryce.
You
Oh, let me guess. Holding.
you are now, my son. You in the game for ribs, baby. You in the game. You in the game, baby. Listen, everyone, listen. We're gonna do a pre-Thanksgiving show. We're gonna
We are.
talk about some recipes and some things, but my son doesn't remember when he was younger when I made ribs. Well, he remembers, but vaguely. So as an adult, he came over one summer. Him and his
No.
wife came over, and we
Kept
had a
looking like I wanted to fight,
we
man.
we had a wonderful meal. He came and he cooked
Hmm.
shrimp sliders. He cooked some other. I mean, we had a great meal.
Salmon
I,
that day, yeah. Sweet
salmon.
potato au gratin.
It
Oh
was
yeah,
really nice.
that's when I made the sweet potato au gratin for you.
Right, and I don't know
Yeah.
if it wasn't my birthday. It was. I don't know what it was for.
Father's
I
Day.
don't know what it was. Just probably just wanted to come out and hang out. Right.
Father's Day.
Father's Day. So I made ribs. I made
Yeah, sure
so
good.
I made two slabs. I made one for me, and then I made one that I said, well, son, try these ribs. And I thought my son wanted to fight me. I thought he really wanted to fight. Like he didn't talk. He just
all
looked over at me for about 2 minutes, like that hard stare.
like all this time, all these times I came over here cooking and you know what I'm saying? All these times I show up to the house. I'm like, all right, what you want to do? Oh, we can go out to eat to this place. That's cool. I go out. All these year after year, you could have just made these every time I show up. That's it.
Do
That's
you know
all.
how the preparation it takes?
That's got nothing to do with me. Like I tell you in advance I'm coming. I don't say the day of. You're be there in a week and a half. You're here's the circle of the date. That's it. And it's not even just the rib. Like if the rib was just bare naked, it'd be a good rib. This this golden peach mustard, whatever the hell is in the sauce, bro. When I say after the ribs, I fold up the foil and just start squeezing that foil down to get all that
Oh
sauce.
my
And then I be, and
god!
then I look at the foil. I be mad as shit at the foil because it's all absorbed. I lay, I pull the foil flat, get a butter knife, the back of the butter knife, and start scraping the rest of the sauce
Stop!
off that shit.
Oh my goodness!
Oh
Stop!
Lord, that sauce. And I'm like,
Oh!
I'm like, what are we doing without these?
Oh my
So you show up
goodness!
to Thanksgiving with two of them Ridax, and I was like, whoa, I can't wait to tell nobody that these are here.
He told no one.
Not a
And
single
then so
soul.
after Thanksgiving, I think it was either black. I think it wasn't that Friday.
No, it was
It
like
was that
Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday. I think it was that Sunday before football. I get this video from him on the family thread of him with these ribs talking about you know what time it is. You know
I know
what
time it
time it
is.
is. It's time for ribs. so so listen everyone. I
The
do
best
take
ribs on the planet.
pride
They're the best
in
ribs ever made.
in those ribs. Those ribs are like
I've had many a rib from a lot of different places, a lot of different states,
mhm.
a lot of different really good barbecue places all over the country. These are the best ribs that anybody's ever made in life, man.
Wow.
In life. These are the best. These are
Wow.
the single best ribs I've ever had in my life, man.
Let me tell you now, I am immensely proud of that. That means a
Single
lot
best ribs,
because
man.
I hate cooking ribs, man. Because they're not labor
It's a labor.
intensive, but it's a
It's
labor of
love, man. It's a
love.
labor of love, man.
Right. You have to and I won't say I hate cooking them. I just hate worrying if they're gonna come out okay. Because ribs is that type of meat that you can screw up real quick. So I'm grateful.
Man,
I'm gonna take a couple of stabs at brisket. I'm gonna take a couple of stabs at a brisket and see how that comes out. I'm sure it's gonna be phenomenal.
I'm sure
Um,
it'll be a good job. Those
I might,
ribs
I might,
are
I might. Matter of fact, I might do brisket for Christmas.
whatever's in that sauce, man. Good lord, bro. Good lord, that sauce.
You like the sauce, man?
That sauce is like it's gotta be some peach, like something in there, like schnapps or like peach, like Jim Beam peach.
You're
Like
you 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 you're in the ballpark. You're in the,
it's
not
gotta
bad,
be the
not
palate,
bad,
man. You know I'm
not
out here.
bad, not bad.
You know
Nobody
I'm one of the
else
food.
has ever figured out my sauce yet. Then again, I don't share with too many people, so they don't get a chance. They don't get
That's
a
all right.
chance. But
Leave that
um,
sauce in the will. That's it.
wow.
Leave that sauce in the will. It'll die with me. That's fine. I'll pass it
Okay,
down to whoever.
okay.
That sauce is unbelievable
Yeah,
because it's like
yeah.
it's this golden color. Like you open it up, that shit sounds like the golden child. Like that shit, you open up, I was like, why how you get this color? I was like,
Oh,
oh my goodness gracious, man.
yeah. That sauce is definitely
It's the sauce for
Well,
me,
I
man.
will tell. I'll go as far as to say that um it is a mustard sauce.
It's a mustard sauce. That
It
I know.
it it,
Oh
it,
my
it its
gosh.
base is mustard,
But it's
but
not mustard. But it's not
it's
like
different. It's a
it's
little.
not
It is
mustard.
different.
Yeah,
It's a little
man.
different. Yeah, I take pride in that sauce. That sauce is kind of delicious, man. Yep. So listen, we're
Man.
gonna be. You guys are gonna love our show when we start talking
That
about
Thanksgiving
food.
show is gonna be fun. That Thanksgiving
And
show is gonna be fun
but as
because
far
I already sent you menu, right?
yes, yes, I like
That
the
menu
menu.
menu is gonna be
Did I
crazy.
see ham on the menu?
Of course,
Oh.
of course, of course. Turkey,
Turkey,
the
ham, roast beef.
turkey ham roast beef, turkey ham roast beef, stuffing mac and cheese, collard greens and cabbage. Oh,
Gotta
Christiana
gotta
makes this
have.
sweet potato bourbon casserole that last year you had. You were like with like the candy pecans on it. Oh my god. Sweet potato cheesecake I made last year was crazy.
That was crazy.
Her apple
That was
pie with the
crazy.
sugar cookie crust. You remember that? Yo, the sugar cookie crust apple pie was
That was different because I
bananas.
never had that. I
Bananas.
never had that, but it was delicious.
Insane. You know?
Because
The
all I bought
apple.
last year, actually, I think this year I bought an apple pie last year as well.
Nah, nope, nope. Two sweet
Didn't
potatoes
I?
and the ribs.
That's all I bought last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you're gonna get apple pie this year too.
We'll
I'm
take
a,
that. We'll take
you're, you're
that.
gonna get an apple pie as well this year.
Cause we got Thursday, Friday this year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep. So I'll be
we
there
gonna
Thursday and Friday. Yep. Well, I'll be there Thursday. I might come Wednesday when I get off work. No, I'm coming Thursday.
right Thursday and then
Thursday.
most of Friday.
Most of Friday. Yep.
Right.
Most of Friday I'll be there. So I'm not leaving early on Friday.
Right.
We got too much eating to do.
We got too much to do.
We got too much to do.
We got too much
So
to do.
yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And we're trying to decide if we want to take the train again. But but considering the stuff that we'll be carrying, then again, it's
Might
not
make
gonna be no
sense too.
problem.
Yeah, we'll
It
see.
might make more sense to drive.
Yeah, it might make sense.
You know.
Because
And
who knows what the train
plus
schedule gonna
Tiffany
be
and
like on
Masanya are
Thanksgiving.
coming too. You know.
Right, but Tiffany and Masania, like Tiffany might drive separately because she's gonna stay Friday night.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
It's
This is
gonna be
gonna
good,
be.
man.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be beautiful, man. And we got Giants Cowboys 425
And we have
Thanksgiving Day.
Giants, Cowboys, and wouldn't it be nice if both teams are like
Eight and 2.
8-2 going into that game?
That'd be whack. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Well, Bama, y'all ain't looking good. This is not.
10-7. And it's just like but it's like an ugly 10-7. It's like I don't know, man. Something about this team. Rutgers almost like I looked up last week. Rutgers was up on Michigan at the half, and I was like,
No,
"Ooh!"
it
And
was
then
tied 14
it was tied,
14.
and
Then
then
all of a
Michigan
sudden,
scored 42 straight on them, and I was like, "Oh, never mind.
that's enough of that, Rutgers.
Never mind."
That's enough of that. 14-14 at one point. I'm like, yo, well, look
It
at
was
Rutgers.
17-14 at the half.
Well, look at Rutgers.
I was like,
Look at you guys.
"Wow,
You guys are special.
murder,
Nah,
murder." Second
nah.
half was violent.
Yeah, that second half got real ugly real fast. But
That's
listen,
it's
Alabama,
Michigan though. Michigan's really good.
you guys have an opportunity.
Oh, we fumbling? Wonderful.
Oh, good job.
Wonderful. I love a good fumble. I love a good
Excuse me
fumble,
one
Bama.
second. Be right back.
Love a good fumble, Bama. Come on, man. Like, I gotta sit here with the solo camera on, just sad, man. Like, this Bama team is just destructive to my Saturday joy, man. But it's all right. We're gonna figure it out. Man, these ribs, I can't even like the idea that I'm getting ribs now has just brought me so much joy. Yo, goodness gracious. I don't even know what to say. All right, sister sent me a link for some ice cream for some popcorn, creamy cheddar garlic onion jalapeno popcorn. Hmm, popcorn, you say? I'm looking at this popcorn that Sonya sent to the group chat.
That double good popcorn is the devil.
Is it that good?
Everybody's selling it. It's really good though.
But it's the
Small
devil, you said?
small bags, but it's the devil. Everybody's selling it. Every time you turn around, somebody's doing it for a fundraiser.
Really?
I can't begin to tell you how many bags of popcorn I bought over the past 2 years.
Remember when it was what were they selling? Remember them big ass them big ass tub buckets of popcorn that they used to sell for those
Yeah,
fundraisers?
they still have them in
Do they? Them
they
big
still
body
have
joints
those
at like the Christmas tree
like if you
shop or
go
something?
to Walmart or
Okay.
go to a CVS, you'll see the big tubs and there's three flavors in each tub.
Yeah, it's always the
Yeah,
butter, the cheese, and the
the butter, the
caramel.
cheese, and the caramel.
That caramel popcorn was not it for me. I'm not a caramel corn guy.
The butter and cheese I can work with.
Yeah, I'm not a caramel corn guy. Look at them coming right down the field on us again. When did Alabama get soft on defense? I don't understand. This is man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Touchdown. Touchdown, Ole Miss. So you give
Wonderful,
up,
magnificent.
you score, and you immediately allow them to come downfield and score.
Just do your job. The only thing I ever want them to do is their job. Like the only thing that's keeping me like gleeful right now
Uh huh.
is mustard sauce on them ribs, man. Like that's really it's only choice that's popping right now is these ribs, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
We can't lose to Ole Miss, man. I guess we can,
we
but
can.
goodness, man, not Ole. No, we can't lose back to back games. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Back to back regular season games don't happen. It would be the first time since 2007 that Bama's lost two games in a
oh,
row
that's
in the
disgusting.
regular season.
That's gross. That's gross.
But Bama fatigue has a lot of people happy right now.
It does.
A lot of people are
They
very
are. They
happy.
are. It's like it's how a lot of people feel about the Yankees or the Patriots when they would lose. It's just when a team that dominates starts to lose,
You
this is
know?
what happens. Like this kid, they put this kid in the Wildcat and he scores every time. Like
Yep.
17-7, bro. Not that,
Yeah.
so now we can't even score.
Right. Right.
Now we only have
Now,
seven
if
points at
Alabama
this
goes
point.
down and scores now, you still have to come up with a defense to stop somebody.
They getting on my nerves,
And at
man.
some point, you got these 5 stars that's not playing. Put them in the game.
Put them in
If
the
you
game.
go, put them in the game and let's see what you got. Because if your so-called starters aren't performing for you, but the best decision Nick Saban made in the national championship game a few years ago was replacing Jalen Hurts for Tua, and Tua won that game along with three other freshmen, Alex Leatherwood,
And Devonta
Najee
Smith.
Harris, and Devonta Smith. They turned the tide in the national
They,
championship game as freshmen.
they did.
That's you know what? That's what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I'm
How
playing you.
how this is
How
not
this
working.
is not working. I need to give these other guys an opportunity to see what they can do in pressure situations. We need a spark. And I get it. It's college. Eagles are very fragile, right? But
Right.
guess what? If you don't like, you're gonna try, if you're gonna leave, you're gonna leave anyway.
You're gonna leave anyway.
So I
You're gonna
might
leave
as
anyway.
well. I might
Because
as
if you were
well.
doing your job, if you were doing everything you needed to do, we wouldn't be in this position.
Right. Right. You're not stopping anybody. You're letting teams pretty much do what they want on offense against you. Right?
And this Ole Miss offense isn't dynamic.
No.
It's not. They're not doing anything crazy.
No.
This is gross.
Yeah. It's bad. This is as bad as
This
I've
is
seen it
gross.
in a
They might
long, long time.
they might just get halftime out of us, man. Like this is not.
Yeah, I
This
think I
ain't.
think halftime.
This
You
ain't fun.
only you only worth halftime for me today, Bama.
this ain't. This ain't. This ain't pleasing to
Nah,
the spirit, man.
no, no, I'm not happy.
This
But
ain't pleasing to the spirit,
I
man.
know that it's college football. I know that not everything. I knew the day was going to come when Alabama would be not
Would
as
be
dominant as they
a
have
good
been.
team.
Not a great team.
Hmm.
Alabama is proving to be average against teams that
Against
they should
really good
be.
teams. Yeah.
Right, against good teams. They
Yep.
they're average.
Yep.
Right? Now next week they'll beat on Austin P and high five each other all day.
All day.
Right? Right? Then they'll play Auburn, and Auburn will look like they somebody against Alabama. They always do. The Iron Bowl will always look like, oh, here comes Alabama. Here comes Auburn. Right? It's
Un-
a
un- uh,
rivalry game. It's a rivalry game. You never know
unless you
what you're
have
getting.
a dominant Alabama team, those games are always tough.
That's
If you
right.
have a dominant Alabama
Those
team,
games aren't even close. Yep.
we just like no, like why are you even on the field with us?
Right. And this is not a
But this
dominant
isn't a
Alabama
dominant
team.
Alabama team. It's not.
Yes. So I worry about the Iron Bowl. It's conceivable, and I know to
Nah,
some Bama fans, it's
nah.
not.
You
It's
better not lose the
conceivable.
Iron Bowl.
Alabama could lose 4 games in the regular
You
season.
better not lose the Iron Bowl.
And if you
It
lose
better.
4 games, if I'm Alabama, I don't go to a bowl game. If I'm Nick Saban, you're not going to no damn bowl game. You
We
haven't
didn't.
earned it.
We
You
didn't
haven't
come here
earned
to
it.
go to the Let Freedom Ring Bowl.
No, you're not going to nobody's, Juneteenth bowl,
The Juneteenth Bowl.
the
Yeah,
Juneteenth
man.
celebration bowl.
The Gouldens Mustard Bowl. Like I'm good. I'm not trying to. I'm good, man. The Blueberry Pop Tart Bowl. Like I'm cool, bro. I'm not trying to go.
Nope.
I'm not trying to go. No, thank you.
Yeah, this is as bad as it gets right here.
Like Bryce, come in. Like they're not good. Receivers can't get open. But see, like Ohio, people were talking about, listen, man, Ohio State, it's close. Ohio State and Alabama are gonna be tight. No, Ohio State would score 70 on us at
Right,
this
right
point.
about now, they put up at least 50. I mean, if Tennessee can do it, Ohio State damn sure can do it.
Look at it, and now Delvin showing up. We
Yeah,
watching
y'all
the
like y'all watching the documentary. You're right. What it
Delvin,
is, it's a Scrooge. It's like Ghost of Alabama Past.
Delvin, what's the best Thanksgiving side, my man? We're doing a little poll. Oh, Bryce is running for his life. What's the best Thanksgiving side? No, no, ain't no smiles, man. What you waiting for smiles for? This Alabama team is no side, not dessert, man. What's the best side dish? My man said. I said, "What's the best side?" He said, "Apple pie or peach cobbler." No, bro. The peach cobbler is fire though, but like the apple, yo, man, that Christiana sugar cookie crust apple pie, I'd
Apple pie is
I'd
outstanding.
kidnap your favorite aunt for
Peach
that, man.
cobbler, banana pudding for me, especially if it's a real good one. I only use
You still haven't had my banana pudding, huh?
well, I'm a big fan of the vanilla wafers. I know a lot of people like the Chessman cracker
Mm-hmm.
cookies.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are big fans of those, but I'm still stuck on vanilla wafers for my banana pudding. But a
Okay.
good cobbler, oh yeah, ain't
Delvin
nothing.
in here still talking about pies. I'm asking about side dishes, and he's still waxing poetically about pies.
Maybe that's his side dish, turkey and pie.
Turkey and pie. It probably is
maybe,
on him.
maybe that's his side dish. He's
It
like
probably is
turkey and
on
pie.
him.
That's all he needs is turkey and pie. You know?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take that. I'll take mac and cheese, of course. You can't go wrong
Ain't nothing
unless
wrong with
somebody
mac
got
and
the
cheese.
struggle mac. Like, there's some people out there with the bad mac. I will say, there's some people out there with the bad mac, but I feel you. How would you? Yeah, like this. Hold on. Like this Alabama team, man. Did he fumble? Oh, he fumbled. Come on, man. Make the call. Did he scoop and score though? That's the question.
Who Bama?
Yeah, because like this looks like a fumble to me. This looks like a fumble to me. Don't cheat us. We
Yeah,
need this
we
type of
yeah
nonsense.
we
We
do a
need all
good
the
enough
help.
job. We do a good enough job losing on our own. You ain't got the help. We don't
Don't
need none
cheat
of your
us,
help.
man. Please don't cheat us. Don't do us dirty. Oh, okay. He went into the end zone. All right, let's go, man. This is a touchdown. Stop playing with my emotions. Don't don't cheat us. Don't do us messy like that. Now, is there a rule change where if they call you down by contact but you're not and you pick up the ball and run it in, do they count as a touchdown or do they just give you the ball from where you pick up now?
They should count as a touchdown once they
That's what I would
review it.
think.
But then once they review it,
That's what I would hope.
what was the determination?
They're still looking through it now.
I think they just announced it
Did they?
here. I think they gave Alabama
He wasn't down.
I think they gave Alabama the TD.
Did they?
I think looking at my TV,
Everything from here looks like a touchdown. Lane Kiffin with a got a skull cap on. I hate Lane Kiffin's face sometimes. Lane Kiffin with the beanie on,
no, they gave Alabama the ball, but not the TD.
but not a TD. Yeah, yeah, because they whistled it dead, so people didn't try to get him. I'm guessing that's probably what happened. That's fine. That's fine. Now go get some points, Bryce. Go get some points, Bryce.
Somebody said, "Welcome to being a regular college football team again, Alabama fans."
Oh, here
Okay.
we go. Here we go. See, this is where now this is where people start talking greasy because I bet money they're like a who they like. They probably they're probably they,
They
these people
probably
talk. They're probably
people talk greasy about
like an
Bama and
Indiana
football.
fan.
It's like an Illinois fan, or
You still
or
can't speak to us, man.
or
Yeah, man. You a Howard fan, like,
or you a Virginia football fan.
yeah, man.
Yeah, welcome to being
Vatek,
regular. Okay,
yeah,
Montana State.
yeah,
Okay,
like,
all right. Okay,
yeah. You probably like BYU or something. You know what I'm saying, like, get out of my face, man. Get out of my face. Please go into halftime with something so that we can text back and forth with this game and do something, man. Like this isn't what joy's supposed to look like. I will say this before we dip off, before halftime. Like this Black Panther movie is magnificent, Pop.
wow, I gotta go see it.
It's magnificent, man. And get yourself a collector's hologram. Oh, I got the right picture. You gotta look at the hologram on the.
Oh, I like that.
Get yourself one of these, and then you
You
get to
got
the
that
other
from the
side.
theater?
Yeah, and then you
The
get
theater had them. I like that.
yeah, man. Get yourself
Wow.
one of those and sit down and enjoy that movie, man. That movie is magnificent. All the emotions, all the emotions, man. Oh, Delvin, you seen it tonight? You gotta hit me. You gotta hit me when you're done. Okay, Bryce. This is why Bryce is Bryce, man. Put the team on your back. Go get a touchdown here, Bryce. Oh man, I'm over here not feeling well. I'm watching Alabama, but
Uh,
that's all right. We're gonna have man. This Thanksgiving is gonna be beautiful, man.
yes, it is.
This Thanksgiving is gonna be. We might go live for a few minutes during the Dallas
Why not?
Giants
We can do
game,
that. Right, we can do that right from the house.
right from the crib.
Just for about a good half hour.
Yeah,
Wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and
yeah.
you know,
Quick little game preview and just chill, man. It's gonna be a beautiful time. It's gonna be a beautiful time. But yeah, man, that Black Panther movie is great. Come on, Bryce, do something, man. Be be my Black Panther, Bryce. Cue into something and be great, bro. Lord help us. Help us.
Touchdown.
There we go, man. That's it.
Touchdown.
That's it. Show up, man. Who do you want to be, Alabama? Do you want to go play
They
in
have
the
been thoroughly outplayed in this entire
in,
first half,
only down
and it's
three?
about to be 17-14.
Do you want to be in the boil in the bag rice bowl, or do you want to go play in the orange
Uncle
bowl?
Ben's boiling the success boiling bag bowl.
Not the success, right? You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We good now, but that boil in the bag rice saved us for a while. Say that boil in the bag rice was
That
a
boy,
savior at some times.
listen, let me tell you something, man. I will still use boiling bag rice, man. If I'm in a pinch, if I'm in a pinch,
Listen,
I
man,
will
that
get
boil in the
I'll
bag
get two of
rice,
those family bags. Get that rice when it's done. Put it in that pot. Put my butter and my little
butter,
chicken
salt,
broth in
pepper.
it. Man,
Put a
boom!
couple of them
I'm
say
good.
sausage links next to
I'm good.
it.
The
Put
sausage
maybe
links,
maybe
and
a
don't let me
scrambled egg or two.
listen. And don't make me put a little cheese on that. Mix that. What? That boiling bag has saved me
Yeah, man. That boiled
many a
back rice is a
times.
thing, man.
People can't sleep on it. I know, it's not yet cheating. Yeah, I do that.
Yo,
when, it comes, when
listen.
it comes to rice now,
This is why we keep my man's here. This is why we do it. 10 boxes for $10,
dollars in
man.
the hood,
Them boil in the bag rice was a
boiling
thing, man.
bags, man.
That boil in the bag
And
rice was
success
real.
makes the family size box that has 5 big bags
5 big
in one
bags.
box. It can
You,
feed
you
like
can
two,
feed
three people.
you
Yep,
feed a grown man and 2 kids with that.
easy,
It's been
easy. It's been done.
yeah, man.
That's
It's
what
been
yes,
done.
sir.
It's been done. Oh man, we appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate. We're just gonna be on here till halftime, hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, you know why we
We
got
always appreciate y'all, popping up here, showing our faces a little bit. This Thanksgiving show though, we gonna hop on here, and we might do some rankings of the best side dishes or something.
best side dishes ever,
Yeah.
and I better not see nobody put no damn squash casserole
Yo,
as
yo,
a side dish.
Delvin might be the realest viewer we got out of all of our viewers.
Uh-huh.
The leg quarters with the boil in the bag rice.
Listen, bruh, he's on to something. He's on to something. See, that's Delvin, you my man. Delvin is on to something. Leg
Them leg
quarters
quarters,
with that
leg
boiling bag rice with some butter on the rice.
with the
Cook
corn on
that.
the side.
What? Man, listen,
That's eating.
listen. If you a single dude out there and you on this show, right? That's what you need to
Get
do.
you
Get
get you
you
about 4 or 5 leg
leg
quarters.
quarters. You can either fry them or
Nah, bake them up.
boil them.
You can
Bake
bake
them
them,
up.
lay them all out in the
Lay
dish,
them out.
season them
Use
up,
some of that juice from the chicken with
make
some
yourself.
onions and pour that over that rice with that butter, salt, and pepper. Listen,
You
I'm
good for two?
coughing now thinking about it.
You good for
you
2 3 days with that?
you good.
You good for 2 3 days with your leg quarters?
What you having for dinner? I got a little chicken and rice. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do, my son.
Yes, you do.
You have chicken and rice.
Yes, you do.
That's a stick. Listen, I have
Don't call
many a
yourself getting
times.
you a pack of that Lipton onion soup mix and mixing that up and pouring it over the leg quarters to make yourself a little cheap gravy.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you
Oh,
fry, or you can fry the leg quarter and then cut that up and get about 5 leg quarters. That's 10 pieces
yeah.
of chicken. You
That's
cut it
10
up the right
pieces of
way.
chicken.
You
Right,
cut the
because and then chicken quarters used to I remember a time when chicken quarters was 29 cents a pound, right? So for 29, now they're about 79, 89 cents a pound. But when they were 29 cents a pound, I used to get $10. I would buy, I would, I need 5 pounds of leg quarters. I would get at least 15 pieces of chicken out of that,
out of
16
that,
pieces of
man.
chicken.
You
And I
good?
would have them cut them up for me. They listen, could you cut them in half for me? I
I'm
would
good for
get
the
a
week.
bag of chicken for like $4, a
I'm
little over
good for the week.
$4.
I'm good for the week.
I'm good.
Barbecue chicken. I'm
I
gonna
can
bake this
barbecue for
off.
one
I'm gonna
day,
fry a couple of
make some,
these.
fry a couple.
I'm gonna throw these in a pot and boil them down. Throw some egg noodles in at the end.
That's right. That's right.
You feel?
Listen, listen. You,
We gonna make a meal stretch
we
out
gonna
here,
make a
baby.
meal,
We
and
gonna
that's
be,
what you got to
you
do
know.
because we are in some bum ass inflationary times right now.
Listen, times
So
used to be real back then, man. We
but
okay now, but ain't nothing still. I'll go right back
listen,
to a leg quarter right now if I had to.
listen. I have fed you and your sister when y'all came over. And I lived in Plainfield.
Yep,
I fed y'all chicken on many a day
yep.
because that was the easy or that and spaghetti. The best thing I could do. I said, look,
That's all right. You
listen,
can make it
we had
happen though.
made it happen. Made it happen.
Get a whole round of the sage sausage, cook that down, little
S-
throw a can of tomato sauce in there, put some
Little
spaghetti
sage
with it. Done
sausage,
deal.
man. Cut that up, little sauce. There you go,
Done
everybody.
deal.
It's done.
That sage sausage and spaghetti is undefeated forever still.
Undefeated. I don't listen. I don't want no Italian. So I don't need Italian sausage in my spaghetti.
Sage
Some
sausage, man.
sage sausage
And now,
in my
listen,
spaghetti.
we're not talking about that tube of the Jimmy Dean sage
No,
sausage.
we're talking
We
about
talk
the
about the
roll,
white box.
white box, and
You get a
swirl, and
whole
you cut
one
that
weight.
off in pieces, just like Italian sausage. You cut it in pieces. You fry it up first, real good. Then you cut the pieces. Then you put that in your sauce. Get your spaghetti. Put that on top of there. All
Put
I
that
needed
next
was
to some
that
cheese.
and a
Put that
cheap
next to some
ass
cheese and
C
rice
soda.
and a cheap ass pineapple CNC.
That's all.
That's it.
Or
Get you some rice
pineapple,
and a block of
or
cheese and some
pineapple,
sage.
or orange pineapple CNC.
Yeah,
I'm good.
man.
I'm good right now.
Get yourself a bag of rice, a couple of blocks of cheese, and some sage sausage.
That's all you
You
need, man.
you good
You
for a
good.
week.
Matter of fact, what time is it?
Go ahead, get you some sage. Go
I
ahead.
got some sauce. I'm gonna have to go get me some sage sausage, man. My mouth is. Oh man.
Salivating for it.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man, we appreciate
Everybody,
y'all,
we
man.
love y'all. This has been fun.
Absolutely,
We
absolutely. Thanks
will
for
talk
hanging out with
again
us,
this
man.
week because we
Yes,
got to discuss
we
a
got some
few
NFC
things.
East to
We got
talk
to
about.
discuss.
We got some NBA to talk about.
Got some NBA. We also have some Major League Baseball free agency,
It's
especially
getting real.
those. It's getting real. Jake
Sad
DeGrom
Yankee
might
fans are
be.
gonna. The sad Yankee fans are gonna be out
Well,
here. I think Judge is out of here.
I think Judge might end up in one or two places before we leave.
Hmm.
One or two places, New York or San Francisco. If he goes to San Francisco, he's only a few, maybe 90 minutes, 40 to
From
90
home.
minutes, something like that from home.
Yeah,
Jake
home weather.
DeGrom might end up
Jake,
in
man,
Texas. The Texas Rangers might offer him a king's
they're going
ransom,
for it.
and they might get Jake. So we're going to see what happens with the New York's two top free agents, and then we'll discuss the rest of the league. Justin Verlander is now a free
Yep,
agent. We're going to see what type of salary he's looking for.
yep.
So it's going to be interesting. The next one, we're going to cover a few topics for you. But today's been about Alabama football, little food, little silliness, and then we're going to get ready for the NFL tomorrow. The
Absolutely.
Giants, Dallas plays in Green
Yep,
Bay.
yep.
Green Bay is beatable right now.
Let's handle business.
So let's handle some
L-
business and let's go
Let's
into
both be eight and
Thanksgiving.
two,
Eight
eight
and
and two,
two
and
going to
two, 8-2,
Thanksgiving.
man.
I'll be so
Let's make
happy,
it
man.
happen, man. I
I would
can't wait
love
for these
that.
ribs. Can't wait for
I,
these
okay.
ribs. Appreciate y'all,
Ribs it
man. Love y'all.
is.
Thanks for hanging out. We'll see
Talk to
y'all
y'all soon.
soon, man.
Love you.
Stay,
Bye bye.
be easy.